Hi Capricorn, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have another cool tarot reading. We do. Hope you guys are all well, Capricorn. And my apologies for the reading I put up yesterday. It was for you, but I said it was for Sagittarius in the reading. So I switched them, and I beg your pardon. And yeah, I'm going through a little bit of a health issue, but I am going to be very vigilant to, make sure that doesn't happen again. All right. So yeah. So let's see what we have, you guys. We have Strength for you, Capricorn, home in the pre-shuffle. And so this is the beaver, and this is, wow, this is very cool. An ending, oh God, the moth and the eucalyptus, leadership, and peace. So somebody ends something, you might be ending something, or somebody else does, Capricorn. Somebody maybe you're dealing with, right? Because the beaver can be about the beaver and the birch tree, or the birch and the beaver. I'm sure it's the beaver first. I feel like the animal comes before the tree, just like the person comes before the earth. Yeah, that's how, I mean, in the way of, right, can't think of the right word, but here we have an ending, leadership and peace. And so something ends, somebody takes control of their life, the bear and cedar, in order to have peace in their life. So when we see leadership, somebody steps up and says, hey, I have to end this, or I don't want this anymore, or, maybe you're the one, it could be them, right? But the peace card, this is the most important here, the otter. Yeah, let's get another card here and we have patience. And so this is the bobcat, right? And the blackthorn. Love that kind of name there. It's kind of cool. But, patience and peace. Somebody could have, you might have patience now, and this patience, you need patience to live, right? You need patience really to lead your life in the best way, because that way you're not making decisions that are like bam, bam, right? And, haste makes waste and things like that. There's something really good going on here for you, Capricorn. This is going to be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And anybody who resonates with the reading, because these are for the collective. If you'd like your own reading, get a psychic reading. I'm a Silva grad. They're accurate. Yes, they are. And we do them on a video call, or, Google Meet or FaceTime, or we can do them on the phone as well. They can simply be a phone call. But they're, yeah. And so it could be about you or somebody you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be romantic. And they're quite helpful and very empowering because of the insight that you get. And we usually have a tarot spread at the end if you choose the combination, right? And everything's in the description box below. And let's see what we have here for you guys, Capricorn. And we're using these cards today. And we have attraction, having great chemistry, or able to manifest love. Now, this wanted to be in the reverse. And yeah, this wanted to be in the reverse. So, when we see attraction in the reverse, maybe somebody's no longer attracted to something. It's a possibility because we have that ending card. And right, that can happen, right? Kind of grow out of love, grow out of sometimes relationships, right? It does happen. It's part of life. That's what they kind of call midlife crisis. Sometimes it can be that you're no longer in love with your, your sweetheart that you had when you were, much younger. Just things like that. So let's see what we have here. And desire, power, and allure. Yeah, there's always power when two people are attracted to each other. Personal power on both sides. Strength and power. Same thing, really. Let's see what we have. We saw that in the pre-shuffle. Heartstrings. Strike a chord together with gentle harmony. We have serenity, balance, and match. Somebody is well suited for you, Capricorn. Yeah, and yeah, wow. And so we have ever after, and we see an old couple here. Yes, they are, and they're even older than me, Capricorn, right? And you could be saying, well, damn, right? So let's see. We have having the fortitude to create a lasting love. And they're happy. They're sitting outside in front of their little cottage here that needs some paint on it. Yeah, maybe they're at the beach, but it don't look like they're really beach dressed. But yeah, they need a new paint job, and they're still happy together. You see that? And long-term, all in, and invest. Somebody's all in with you, Capricorn. Look at that. How cool is that? Let's see what we have here. And we have the table, work hard, hard work ahead, and victory in some endeavor. So there's some work ahead, right? And, you know, maybe that's for you or this person or both, but it doesn't look like it's going to be too hard because this looks like it's flowing. We have peace, patience, and heartstrings and attraction. This looks like it's all really going to flow. Maybe there's something else, right, that this ending that might have to do with hard work. That was the first card here, an ending. So that is some form of, could be a major change in somebody's kind of, like I said, could have went through a crisis, maybe, you know, they just changed. Transformation can be a crisis for sure. Or something else is ending and it's maybe hard to end it, right? It's possible. So let's see what we have today. And we're using these cards, Capricorn. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying. I mean, at least here in the Western Hemisphere, we are, here in the States, we are in fall, right? And it's definitely fall because I didn't have shorts on today or a skirt or a dress. And so it's definitely fall. Been like that for, I don't know, maybe a week or so. See what we have, you guys, or less, a little less. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is really your reading, Capricorn. Yes, don't go anywhere else. 9 of Swords. Somebody's fighting their fears here. And look at the Strength card is showing up here with the Major Arcana with this deck. We have 3 Major Arcanas. And wow, all right. So here's the Knight of Pentacles. That may be you, Capricorn, or a Virgo or a Taurus, or maybe another earth sign. The Empress could be Taurus. It might be Libra. And we have the 9 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. So here's the Fool. That may be Aries. The Strength card is Leo. The Death card is usually Scorpio. This is death and transformation, the 8th house, right? And so very interesting and very cool because, you know, look at the majors. We have 5 majors in this reading, or is it 4? 1, 2, 3, no, 4. We have 4 major arcanas, but that's pretty big. Yeah, we do. And these are beautiful cards. And this 9 of Swords talks about somebody who fights their fears. In other words, they were afraid. They were afraid maybe to lead their life the way they wanted to. Leadership, right? Next to an ending, they could have said, hey, I'm not like being responsible for what I really want. I'm not stepping up to like my true self and what I really want, because there's a truth here in this reading. There's a truth. And yeah, there is. And so 9 of Swords, he's the, you know, the guy, he's a little wimpy. He looks like a great guy. Yes, he does. He's got a huge sword, so he can't be too wimpy, because look how big his sword is. Right? And maybe he just said, hey, I'm so scared, I got to do this, right? I'm so scared. Who cares how heavy that is, right? Just like the way, you know, some people lift up the back of cars with that adrenaline. That's a real thing, because they have to protect their kid, or, you know, things like that, or, you know, somebody who's just things like that. Yeah. And performing miracles, right? So he's fighting the dragon, and then we have the Fool next to it. And the Strength card. This is the courage to really tackle what I need, really go after what I want, really step into my power. Yeah, it took, I was afraid before. Maybe you were afraid before, Capricorn, because this card is usually about somebody who's afraid, but, you know, the dragon's there, and he's wielding the sword at him, so he's no longer afraid. And that's really what courage is. Courage doesn't mean you are never afraid, right? You know, in fact, most people who, you know, who do things, great things, or end up with, you know, really good careers, or they invent things, or they even want to become a musician, you know, it doesn't mean that they weren't afraid before. Yeah, the most famous people who have, you know, known for what they have like invented or done, or, you know, said, or whatever it is, those people most likely were afraid at one time, and they're like, oh no, I can't be afraid. I'll never, you know, have my wish, right? I'll never like realize this dream. And so, you know, here we have somebody who says, it's all worth it to have courage. That's what this is about, right? And we know it's about love and attraction. We have these cards here. And we have somebody who wants this for the long term. Capricorn, because you are pulling at their heartstrings. You are, right? Don't pull their nightgown off, all right, Capricorn, because you know how that is, right? This is a family show, right? We have the Death card in the past. Somebody went through a huge change here, didn't they? Yeah, interesting. This is the same number. This is a 13. The moth and the eucalyptus is 13. This is the Death card here is 13. So, right, those are both an ending. They're both a death. Very interesting. And you know, the 13 really equates to a number 4. So something transforms or ends in order to have stability. Yes, in order to have security and stability and more balance, because the 4s are about that. And so the Page of Wands is the mindset. And here he is walking away from a woman. Wow, somebody gets broken up with in this reading. They do. And you know, he's really leaving. She's calling out. They're like on this, I don't know, it's not really a farm, but they're out somewhere in the middle of nowhere. And the tumbleweeds, right? The hay is, well, this is hay. And it's kind of blowing all over. And yeah, it's not really tumbleweeds. But yeah, let's see what else we have. Why is that page there? Why is the page there? And we have the mouse and the buttercup. That is so bizarre because I did Sagittarius' reading. It came out the same. We're going to get another card. It did. It's same in the reverse like that. And inspiration, the salamander and the black pepper. So, all right. So I guess the salamander is inspired by black pepper, or the black pepper is inspired by, you never know. I don't think so. It works like that. But plants they're divine, right? I mean, as are animals for sure, but they have their own system where they communicate, they do this, they do that. Sorry, you guys. So, the mouse and the buttercup, this is like the Fool. It's reversed. This is like an ending right here. And we have inspiration. Somebody walks away because they're inspired, honestly, Capricorn, by you. Or you are inspired by somebody and you walk away from something. I'm not really sure what that is. The Ten of Swords is showing up in the concern. Right? So, yeah. And so, the Knight of Pentacles, let's get a card on that. Because the real message here is peace, taking control, taking leadership in your own life, which means being responsible and following your heart. Right? Doesn't mean, you know, you're going to stay somewhere where you're unhappy because it's more stable, or that type of stability, right? That's not really stability anyway, because it's just not. But some people might think of it like that. We have the King of Cups is here. Yeah, he's out in the middle of the ocean. He is. And there's a ship. Very interesting. Here's the statue of the King of Cups, and he's looking up here at the mountain. He's in the ocean, and this ship is going to fall into the ocean. So in this deck here, this King of Cups is looking at an ending, right? He goes, that ship's going to fall in any minute now into the ocean. And excuse me, this is in the near future. And we see, Capricorn, that this is somebody letting something end in love. And for some reason, they were waiting for the exact moment, because the ship is not, it hasn't come off the cliff yet. So timing has been planned, most likely. And that could be what that table, the card, it says hard work ahead, is about. Somebody has to end something, and they have to have courage. We see that. And so the Ten of Swords is the mindset with the Nine of Swords again. This time he's really afraid, and this sits in the concern. So somebody has the courage. You or your person have the courage to take on this, the Fool and the Strength card. I have courage to follow my dream here, right? And so down here in the concern, something ends, Ten of Swords, and I'm worried. He's really worried of the Devil here. So maybe somebody gets hurt, or there's something really difficult going on with this ending, right? It's not always easy for endings, right? No, it's not. It really could be related to this man walking away from this woman, right? Yeah. And the Empress is in the environment we have with the Knight of Wands. And he's come to tell them something or bring them something, or because here's a Knight of Wands and he is coming, and these other people, this guy has a camel and they are approaching the Knight of Wands, but he is the one, he went to meet them basically. Or he's just coming to them and he's finding them where they're at. So wherever they are at, right? Excuse me, you guys. But this is, in the environment is the Empress and the Knight. I feel like he's taking action, and he also has a message. Yeah, the Knight, right? Yeah, interesting in German. This is German, I think, and this is the Ritter, like the Rider. Yeah, right, like the Rider Waite. They do say Ritter. It's really, it's a German name. Yeah, and over here we have, you know, Spanish. Actually, we have, yeah, we have Spanish and Italian. Yeah. So, and French is over here. Yeah, which are all very similar. Those are the romantic languages. They are. And so here we have, you know, the Empress showing up here with the Knight of Wands. And this is like in your environment, Capricorn. We see the swans in this deck. The swan with the baby, I don't know what they call them, baby swans. I forget, right? But she is a swan that's not, and swans mate for life. And we have this old couple here that says long-term, all in and invest. So yeah, okay, so now, and we have the Nine of Cups here, and this is the wish. This is what somebody really wants. That's what this is all about. They're wishing for you, Capricorn. Sweet allure, embrace the unknown and let love bloom on its own. So there's something unknown here, like whether or not this might work out, or whether or not you're going to want them back, or something like that, right? Or they, you, or you, they, kind of, right? Mystery, believe, and let go. Yeah, life is full of mysteries sometimes, and we have to let go. Otherwise, we're going to try to control everything, and we're not going to realize we're not going to really realize our true potential that way. No, we're not. Three of Wands showing up in the potential outcome. He's letting the bird go. And he's doing this for his future as he sees his ships right out here. So yeah, we're going to end this reading, Capricorn. A very beautiful reading. And thank you so much, you guys. Once again, I'm not going to get the readings, like, you know, confused anymore, right? It was probably a Capricorn who wrote to me, right? I'm not sure, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks so much, you guys. And yeah, for your psychic reading, they are accurate. They are, even if I got yesterday's videos, you know, they are accurate. And thanks so much. And that is in the description box, the calendar, if you'd like to book that. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Please hit the little bell in order to receive all my notifications. Yeah, like, share, and subscribe.